All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of Clams and Claws. Saturday, January 11th. We got my good friend Joey Clams here. How you doing, Joey?
How you doing? Throw the chips on the table so everybody can play on the house. Mo Green
There
and
you go.
Michael Corleone, Godfather.
So we got a bunch of NFL games to talk about, guys. A couple wild card games start today. You got some more wild card games tomorrow, and then Monday night there's the final wild card game as well. So we're gonna give everybody a couple college basketball games that Joey and I like for today, and we'll talk about those, and then we'll get into any questions you guys have. Feel free to let us know if you have any games you guys want us to talk about in the comments. So first up, Joey, we got California Baptist at Utah Valley.
California Baptist is playing really good, and that's going to be a one possession game, and it's plus 5.5 points. That's a two possession game, and these games costing they come down to a half a point, a last possession. Give me Cal Baptist, the team that's playing really tough and hard. Give me Cal Baptist plus the points, plus
Nice.
5.5.
We got Seton Hall at Providence.
Yeah, this is both teams. Seton Hall's offense is really they hit a wall, so this is going to be a slow pace game. A lot, not that many possessions. It's going to be they're going to pass the ball around the perimeter, bring it down. Not a good Seton Hall is not a good 3-point shooting team, so I like the under 129.5 in this game, under the total. This game would be in the 50s. Maybe I don't know if it reaches the 60s, high 50s, mid 50s.
Sounds good. We got a couple more left, and then we'll get into football. Good matchup here: Iowa State at Texas Tech.
Guns up, baby.
Nice.
Texas Tech unranked at home. Give me the 2.5 with the Red Raiders.
Yeah. Anytime you can get a dog at home in college basketball, it's super hard to win on the road in college basketball. So I love the home dog underdog here.
Against we last week we were 5-0 on those.
Yeah,
5-0 with those the ranked road teams going on the road.
For sure. Definitely.
Especially Monday night. Monday night was a big one.
Yeah, it was nice. We got another one: Alabama at Texas A&M.
Yeah, what's the line you see out there, Carson, on that game?
Let me pull it up really fast.
It
is, hang on, Alabama and Texas Tech. Alabama is minus 2.5, and the over/under is 160.5.
Go run to the window and lay it with the Crimson Tide. They're gonna shoot. They're gonna shoot the lights out of that gym today down there. So give me Alabama, the Crimson Tide. Big play today on Alabama, laying the 2.5. Make sure you stay under 3.
Anything else, Joey, in college basketball?
Yeah, Hawaii against Cal Fulton. Cal Fulton has a problem with the coach. They're having big problems in the locker room with the players and the coach. I like Hawaii in that game. I laid it at 7.5, and I think it's up to 8.5 now. Hawaii over Cal Fulton and Bradley. This line is starting to shoot up. I laid one with Bradley. Now it's up to 2 and 2.5. Bradley is a big play tonight.
Sounds good. Good luck in college basketball, guys. A couple months away from March Madness. Joey and I's paradise for that time of year, so it's coming up fast.
How about that college football games the last 2 days?
Yeah, college football. If you want to talk about those really fast, Joey. Really good games. Both semifinal games. The first one was a great game between Notre Dame and Penn State, going back and forth down to the wire. Penn State, it was a tie ball game, and they had a chance to get into field goal range, and they threw a costly interception. Notre Dame picks it off, and they basically kicked the game-winning field goal. So congrats to Notre Dame. What were your thoughts on that, Joey?
Well, it was a bad beat for me. I had Penn State, and I had a big play on the under, and they scored 31 points in the fourth quarter. And that quarterback, any team that's looking at him, you got to have rocks in your head. And I heard the Browns are looking at him. They got rocks in their head. The guy's not an NFL quarterback. And Notre Dame just they're tough.
Yeah.
They don't care who's in front of them. They
Hmm.
show up. They show up and they play. Great job by Notre Dame to get the win, and Paulie Rosen and all the Irish fans out there. You know
Hmm.
what? I'll be rooting for you next Monday night. Go
There you
Irish!
go.
Great job. Great, and the coach is really
Freeman.
good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Hmm. The other game we had Texas, Ohio State. Ohio State again, back and forth game. Texas, Joey, it was a tie ball game, or excuse me, they were down 7, got all the way down to the 1 yard line. And then they go back like 10 yards, and there was a giant scoop and score for Ohio State, and that was kind of the nail in the coffin. And Ohio State 28-14. But there was a lot of criticism when Ohio State lost to Michigan. Everybody was calling for Ryan Day's head. He's not a good head coach. We can't keep having this every year. And he's one game away from basically redeeming himself. So Ohio State, Texas, Joey.
Yeah, there's so much talent on that Ohio State team. It was that loss to Michigan was on the coach and Kelly,
Mm-hmm.
the offensive coordinator, trying to run the ball up the middle on Michigan and wanted to get in the ring and get in the middle of the ring with them, have a rock fight.
Mm-hmm.
You should have did what you did against Tennessee. Caught Tennessee sleeping. You caught Oregon sleeping off the bye. And this game, I like Texas. I didn't get there. I was looking for the 7, and but we were on the under in this game. But typical Texas, they lost the same way to Georgia in the championship. Got the
Mm-hmm.
ball down there, pick and score. Same thing. 3 defensive touchdowns they gave up, and
Yeah.
that's why they're not playing on Monday night. That was a bad matchup for Ohio State. They were too fast on the edges. The Texas defense. It was a
Mm-hmm.
good spot to pick that team off. We came in with the under. We had under the team total in Texas, but a lot of sharp people I know they took 6.5 with the dog, and
Mm-hmm.
they got beat. It was a bad beat. But look at all the CBC conference, all the losses they got in the bowl game.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, the SEC, the CBC,
Mm-hmm.
the crybaby conference. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, right? They
Yeah.
cry about it. Oh well, we shot everybody out. We got 15 players going to the draft. It's always they have always an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Always an excuse. They cried they couldn't get in with 3 losses. I mean,
Yeah.
you lose to Vanderbilt. You lose to Oklahoma. Come on. But
Yeah.
uh, but it's going to be a great game next Monday night. I'm looking to take the dog. It's up to 9 points.
Mm.
Total, I think, is 46. That's a lot, or 9.5. I even seen that'll be
Wow.
coming. I take the
Yeah.
10 with the Irish.
That is a lot for a national championship game. Yeah,
Yeah,
something to look out for, definitely. That game's going to be next Monday night, so we'll actually have better breakdowns the following Saturday, next
yeah.
Saturday, before that game comes out. But yeah, that should be a great game. So, NFL wildcard weekend special, Joey. 2 games today. We're going to break down each game, go from today all the way to Monday. I'll give you guys who's favored, how many points, and then the win over under total. So this is probably the toughest pick in my opinion out of the whole wild card slate is Chargers and Texans. The game is in Houston. Texans won their division. Texans are banged up a little bit, but the Chargers are -3 on the road, Joey. And the total is 41.5.
I like Chargers to win the game. A lean towards them, but I can't lay the 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 weeks ago, the Texans went to Kansas City, and they were a 4-point underdog.
Yeah.
Next week, if the Chargers win this week, the look ahead is Chargers are 4.5-point underdog. How are they on the road favored by 3 over the Texans when if they're both in Kansas City, the line is the same?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't add up. It doesn't. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 ain't 5.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got to look at that by the numbers. You just can't. I like the Chargers. You got to look and say, wait a minute, why is that like that? That doesn't make sense. I mean, I can't. I like the Chargers, but I can't. I can't bet them. I can't lay the 3. And you got to remember too. Houston's got a good secondary. Who's the kid from Georgia on the Chargers? The receiver, Palmer.
Lab McConkey, right?
Yeah, I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. and the cornerback for the Texans, he's from Georgia, and they lined up every day. And McCarthy said he was the toughest guy he ever faced. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and then you got what's his name, Stingley on the other
Yeah.
side. You know, so it'll be tough. But I think the Chargers will win. But that's a lot of they're
Yeah.
gonna like he'll kick field goals. He's not gonna go for it on 4th and 7. He'll kick a field goal if he has to. He's old school.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he's doing. He's gonna bleed that clock. This is the third game on road for the Chargers. So I mean I got him on a money line in a parlay, but I mean I can't lay the 3 there.
Mm-hmm. Kenny chiming in. What's up, Kenny? How you doing?
And hey, Kenny, how are you? And I went on the we went I went I sent out the over early, but we're on the under now on this game. We went on to 42 and a half. It's down to 41. Should be
Mm-hmm.
a real tight game. Look, I think the first team that gets to 20 will win.
Yeah, definitely. Again, yeah, +3 home dog in a playoff game. That's just hard for me to pass up. So I'm going to be taking the Texans +3. But again,
I
this
don't
is going to
blame
be,
you.
like you said, whoever has the ball last is probably going to win this game. So we got another good one tonight. This is a line that's interesting to me. This is Steelers and Ravens. This is a primetime 8 o'clock slot. Baltimore is 9.5-point favorite, and the over-under is 43.5. Again, divisional rival. These two teams know each other well. Mike Tomlin in the playoffs. That's a guy you don't want to overlook. So, what are your thoughts, Joey?
Yeah, Tomlin, when he's a dog by 6 or more in the playoffs, he's 0-5.
Mm-hmm.
But this is too many points. The Steelers beat them in the beginning of the year. Not the first time they played them about 8 weeks ago, they beat them 18-16. The next time they played, it was 17-17. They're down inside the 8-yard line, and when Russell Wilson fumbles the ball, and then everything flipped. It was the third quarter, and remember the Steelers had a couple of guys from their secondary hurt and not playing. This is the third time they're going to play. That's too many points. You got to watch out with these spreads that are 7 or more. They juice the bookmaker juices them a point and a half higher or a point higher to protect against the teasers.
Mm-hmm.
To protect against the teasers. So I think that's 9.5. I grab 10. I'm going to grab 10 with the Steelers. That's they get no Flowers, and it's a divisional game. It's a rivalry, third time. Tight game, cold there tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I take the Steelers. I should be able to get a 10 by that time I get the FanDuel, or I'll make it happen. And I like the under in this game. A big old school handicapper. He got the ball rolling with the total on when it came out. Jim Feist bet under 46.5 when it came out. It's down to 43 now.
Wow.
I don't know if it's still a good price to get,
Mm-hmm.
but I like Pittsburgh here plus the 10.
Nice. Should be a good game. Broncos and Bills. This is the start of the Sunday slate tomorrow. The line right now, Buffalo is -8.5. So a point lower than the Pittsburgh and Ravens game. And then the total is 47.5.
Yeah. We're on the over on this game. This is an over game and over 27.5 team total on Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking this is too many points. But there's some guys that are like set in their mind. A rookie quarterback first playoff game, especially on the road. That's a bet against for them. I still lean more here towards the Broncos with the points.
Mm-hmm.
Good, one of the really good offensive line, and they'll be able to move the ball, push the Bills around on the ground a little bit, and maybe Knicks with his legs make a play because Allen will be making plays. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, Patriots went in there and they took control of the clock, and they only Buffalo only had the ball 3 times in the first half.
Yeah.
I like the over a lot in this game, and I like lean towards Broncos plus the points here, even though it's a rookie quarterback on the road. Good coach over there. He's not going to let him get in trouble. He's not going to let him that much off the leash, but there'll be some big plays for him to make out there. Look out for the kid Mims tomorrow.
Yeah. Kenny's chiming in with a couple games. He likes John Mechie, anytime touchdown today. He's taken over the place of Tank Dell, who's out for the year. And then Kenny's also saying Zay Flowers is out in this one for the Ravens. Kurt was joking about that. He's like, Lamar better not have any excuses for the Ravens, and don't tell me that they're going to lose because Zay Flowers is out. Just run the football with Derrick Henry 30 times today. And he's also saying early start disadvantage for the Broncos going on the road at a 1:00 game for them. So that's a
Who
good
said that?
Kenny did.
Oh, Kenny. Oh, I thought Kurt said it. Okay.
Oh.
Because there
Yeah.
we go already. You know.
Yeah, it should be a good game as well. But yeah, I'm taking Buffalo as well. I'm rooting for Kurt and the Broncos. But again, Josh Allen in the playoffs is hard to pass up.
Yeah.
4:30.
I'm just worried about the back door there. I'm worried about that
Right.
back door.
Yeah, that's a good point. Backdoor
So
could happen.
if you like Bills, I think the best bet is team total over 27.5.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think they're going to cover the game by 10, you figure Broncos will get to like between 16 and 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
So you want the Bills to get to 28. I think, you got to be careful with that backdoor cover.
For sure. Really good game tomorrow. I'll be paying close attention to this. Packers and Eagles. Philly is -5 at home. Hurts is back. He cleared concussion protocol officially, so he's going to be playing. And the over/under is 45.5.
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries on the Packers side. Wide receivers not playing, but they got a bunch of receivers there, and Love was banged up. Got to remember LaFleur. I mean, he's in your division, Carson.
Yeah.
Nobody lies more about him than the injuries. They always make it worse than what it is. They never tell the truth about the injuries, good or bad. So they always stretch the story. And everybody's on the Eagles. I just want everybody to remember the beginning of the season when they played the Falcons at home, they threw a little swing pass to Barkley. He dropped it. It would have clinched the game. They let the Falcons go right down the field and score and win the game. A couple of weeks ago in Washington, little pass to Smith. He dropped it. Would have won the game. They let Washington come right down the field, bullied him right through, ran right through him. Boom, touchdown. They win the game. So to me, I think their defense is a little shaky, and nobody really looks at it because it's camouflaged by Barkley in the offense. But Barkley's now they're not going to let this quarterback run the ball. It's just going to be Barkley. So I think the Packers got a good shot here to keep this game close. And you know what? And if they keep it close early, the fans over there get restless. And you know what? I like the Packers there plus the points. And you know what? I'm looking for maybe a little upset here. Give me Green Bay, and I'm on the under here. This is an under game, under 45.5.
Yeah, if you remember, I mean, this is two different teams, but same Packers scenario. Packers, they went into Dallas last year, same situation as the 7 seed. They knocked off Dallas. So Jordan Love has had an interesting history of performing well in the first game of the playoffs. Eagles, what Sirianni, he sometimes makes me question everything, the way he schemes his offense sometimes. So if the Packers get a pressure off and start this game off, this could be a very interesting ending in this football game. So don't sleep on the Packers. They were 11-6. Again, NFC North has been balling out this year. Packers, that's a dangerous 7 seed.
They were 1-5 in that conference. It's a tough conference.
Yep, exactly. So
and the Eagles have been playing cream puffs.
Yep. I'll take the points with the Packers. But again, Scoops, obviously huge Eagles fan. Good luck to Scoops with the Eagles. So should be a good game.
That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. He'll be fine if they lose.
Yeah, we got oh yeah, Kenny's chiming in. He's saying Packers did it last year versus the Cowboys. And he and I are thinking alike.
But one thing, the Eagles be more prepared than the Cowboys will. I think he's doing a good job, the coach. But I just think their defense is it's not as good as everybody thinks it is.
For sure. tomorrow night, Sunday Night Football, again, another game that could have implications for the Lions. Commanders and Buccaneers. This is again a really tough matchup here. Tampa Bay is -3 at home. They won their division. I think it's like the fourth time in a row for the Bucks they've won the division, which is crazy. And the over-under is 50.5.
This is the fifth straight year that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have made the playoffs. That's the only team in the NFC that has done that. So they get overlooked. I like Buccaneers here, and I think with Bucky Irving's going to have a big day and running the ball against Washington. They're going to have a hard time stopping the run. And Baker Mayfield, I think his 17 and a half yards rushing. Go over that. He's going to be making plays. And against a rookie quarterback in his first playoff start, even though he doesn't play like a rookie quarterback, I think he's really good. I think he's smart and he's really good. But I think this is too much. The only thing is that Evans, he's going to go against Lattimore, and they have a history. Lattimore shuts him down. They fist fight all the time out there. Lattimore shuts Evans down. He's the only one who ever shut him down. He shuts him down. So what's the rookie wide receiver on Tampa Bay? He's going to have a big day.
Oh, McMillan?
McMillan, yeah. He's going to have a big day. And the tight end. And they're going to run the ball. And I think they cover the spread. I like a prop here. Over 9.5 in the first quarter. Tampa Bay likes to score first and quick, and so they come right down the field and score. I like the over 9.5 in the first quarter in this game, and I like the Buccaneers -3.
Kenny's saying Scoops is going to be watching a Yankees classic instead of the Eagles game tomorrow. He's also saying a best bet is Bucks. Joey Commander's secondary is not good, and Lattimore has been dealing with an injury.
Yeah, he's got that bad hammy.
Yeah.
Scoops, get back to the Kenny. Scoops, he won't watch Yankee Classic. He doesn't know anything about Yankee baseball except for who's been there for the last 3 years.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good game. Like I said, the Lions, they lost to the Buccaneers. So don't let their record 10-7 deceive you. This is a really good Tampa team. Like I said, Mike Evans is back now. He just tied Jerry Rice's consistent 1,000-yard receiving record, which is crazy. Commanders though, Jaden Daniels, he's been balling out. He's going to be the rookie of the year. But Baker Mayfield, watch out for the Bucks. They're a good football team. So I'll go with the Bucks here.
Carson? Who do you
I
like?
The Bucks. I like the Bucks to lay the 3. I just think Baker's experience, Mike Evans. I think they're like you said, Bucky Irving. I think is going to be the difference maker in this game. So I do like Tampa at home here -3.
And you got a healthy Winfield back there in the secondary.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And Todd Bowles has been doing a really good job, underrated. He's he's really been doing a good job holding this team together.
Yeah, so we got Monday Night Football, kind of a crazy situation. Thoughts and prayers to everybody in Los Angeles area.
Absolutely.
They actually moved this game. This game is now being played in Arizona. So the Vikings and the Rams Monday Night Football kind of sucks for all the Rams fans because basically so much for home field advantage. I know it's somewhat close away, but still that's kind of a big win for the Vikings because it's more so on a neutral field now than it is in LA. So the Rams are actually the underdog. Minnesota's -2.5, and the over/under is 47.5.
Yeah, I like the Purple People Eaters here in this position. Before last week's game on Minnesota and Lions on Sunday night, I thought if the Lions lose, they would be able to recover faster than the Vikings. The way they're programmed by their head coach, their leader, Coach Campbell. I thought the Lions, if they would have lost that game, they would have been able to recover quicker than the Vikings, but I think that was just a bad game from Donald. I mean, he was 0 for 7 throwing the ball in the end zone. I think he recovers. I mean, they blitzed a lot on him, and he's seen ghosts when they blitz. And a lot of people that live in Arizona come from your neck of the woods and up in Minnesota, the Midwestern people, they live out there, and and they're buying up those tickets.
Yeah,
and All the tickets were sold out by so Arizona bought their tickets, the season ticket holders, and the Rams bought it. So they're selling. Those tickets are being sold. I can't see people from Los Angeles if during a devastating tragedy there running to the game. There might be a few, but they don't even have fans in their own stands. There's always a 60-40 split. I think this
Hmm.
will be a 70-30 split for the Purple People Eaters.
There you go.
This is I got this from this is official. I got this from a guy we know. He was part of the equipment team back in his name was Barone with the Vikings, and I got all the apparel like the
Nice.
pullovers, yeah, and everything like that. So
That's cool.
I like the Vikings over the Rams on Monday night.
Nice. Yeah, it's going to be a really good game. Again, Vikings 5 seed and they're 14-3. That's crazy to think about. But obviously Sam Darnold, he did not have a good game at all last week. So it's going to come down to can they adjust and make executions properly Monday night. But Kenny's saying, give me the Rams to get me fired up for next week. Yeah, again, I just can't go against Stafford in the playoffs. He's done it and proven it before in the postseason. They might have more motivation with what's going on in LA. Same with the Chargers today. So we'll see what happens. But I'll take the 2.5 with the Rams. That should be an interesting matchup. So yeah, I'm gonna be sweating out these games this weekend. I got nothing to worry about. I'm just kind of chilling. But it's basically going to be either the Vikings, the Rams, the Commanders, or the Packers. Whoever the Lions play, because they play the lowest team left remaining. So
How's
we'll see what happens.
how's your wounded coming along? What are you hearing? Who's coming back?
Yeah, so there's a chance that David Montgomery, our other running back, he's going to be back hopefully in next weekend. And then there's an offensive lineman, Zeitler. He got banged up in the Vikings game last week. He's expected to play. And then we're supposed to get Emmanuel Mosley and Ennis Rakestraw. Those are two good corners that we have to add more depth. And then possibly Terrion Arnold. That's another corner that got injured in the Vikings game. So we're definitely we needed that week off pretty
Yeah, you need
badly.
it. Yeah.
We're still pretty banged up, but we're going to get some more help back defensively on the secondary. The interior defensive line is still kind of a mess. And then David Montgomery being back is huge next week. Originally, they said he was going to be out the whole season, but then got a couple other opinions from other doctors, and they're saying that, yeah, he's fine. So this is the playoffs. They're going to have to they'll play on one arm and one leg if they have to. They're not going to let the team down. So if they can go, they can go. So definitely
Coach Campbell burned the boats.
Yeah.
He burned the boats. He said, "We ain't leaving here until we win."
Right. Exactly.
Everything's got to get ran through the big cat up there.
Yep. Everything goes through Ford Field. So
That's
that was a huge deal. First time ever, 1 seed. So we'll see what happens. In my opinion, Joey, there's like 3 teams in the AFC that are probably going to represent it: the Ravens, the Chiefs, or the Bills. In the NFC, it's a giant crapshoot. I mean, I could see any one of these teams in the NFC going to the Super Bowl. So it's a pick 'em free for all in the NFC. But do you have a thought on Super Bowl, Joey? Who do you got? AFC, NFC?
Yeah, I just want to go back to what you were saying, and with the Lions, they got 2 teams from their division still in the playoffs, and they might run into one of them. So you might be facing a team in for the 3rd time, which is always tricky.
Yeah.
So watch out for that. But I like you saying before, Tampa Bay is dangerous. I mean, we could all go with the chalk, but if Chargers win today, I think they're dangerous.
Yes.
They've been playing, even though their schedules, they've been winning. They've been beating whoever's in front of them. They're getting better every game. The quarterback is playing really good. He's improving every game. So Chargers, but I think I think Baltimore. I think Baltimore could go to Buffalo and win, and I think Baltimore could go to Kansas City and win. That's how I look at it. So I have Baltimore, and I like the Lions, but I like Tampa Bay also to maybe be one of the teams, on the outside as a
Mhm.
dog, as a dog,
For
you know,
sure.
a long
Uh,
shot in there.
Kenny's saying, Bills Lions Super Bowl. That would be great. I'm telling you guys, listen, if pay attention to that Vikings and Rams game. If you want to throw some pizza money, check out the Rams 40-1 right now to win the Super Bowl. Out of all of the teams that if you want to put your money on for the Super Bowl, if you're looking for a value play, Matthew Stafford in the playoffs. Go get that at 40-1. That's probably the best value you're going to get out of all these teams. But yeah, do you have kind of a long shot, Joey, who you think will win?
That was a great one because you know what? Look at the coach. He's
Right,
got
Emmett
one of
Gray.
the, he's got one of the, he got the best coach probably left in the playoffs in the
Yep.
NFC right now.
Yeah.
You got to, if he gets by that game, they're going to be dangerous.
Yep.
I mean, you played them in the last couple of years, right? They're a dangerous team.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
Stafford came
dangerous.
to Detroit last year in the playoffs, and I mean that was toe to toe with him. So
And then
that was
you just went overtime this year, right? On a game with them. Did you just play them
yes,
this
we beat them in overtime this year.
year? Yeah.
Yep. Hmm.
So that's a good value pick.
Yeah. David's
That's,
saying, hey, from Cedar Hill, Texas. What's up, David? How you doing?
hey, Davey.
All right, Joey. Any final thoughts before we log off?
Yeah. You got a New Year's gambling resolution?
Yeah, I think more so to think with your head more instead of your heart. There's a lot of times where I'll be watching a game that comes on, but I don't have action on it. But it's so easy with all these apps on your phones. You can make a bet so fast. And there's lots of times where Joey will go 3-0 for the day, and I'll be like, you know what? Let's try to make it 4-0, and I'll make my own conscious bet on a random game at 10 o'clock at night, and I'll usually end up getting burned. So I gotta lean more to just Joey and only Joey. He knows a hell of a lot more than I do when it comes to this kind of stuff, and most importantly, just have fun. So
How bad was that Wyoming beat the other night? We were going to go 5-0.
yes, that was pretty bad. That
Wyoming,
was
we're getting
bad.
7 in it. We're plus 7.5. We're up by 8 with like
Yep.
7 minutes to go in the game, and we lose by 8. We
Yeah.
lose by a half a point. They didn't
That was
score
rough,
nothing.
man.
Oh my god! Yeah, my New Year's resolution is to stick what you know best. Stick with one thing. If you know it best, like say you like college basketball,
Mhm.
get a conference like you like college basketball. Stick with the Big Ten. Maybe
Yeah.
if there's another league you want to look at, but handicap that conference in each team and be an expert on it.
Mhm.
And always with your bankroll, if you got $1,000 bankroll, only bet 10% of your bankroll will be $100 a game. And if you do
Mhm.
exotics like a parlay, 10% of that would be like a $10 3-team parlay or something like that. And the last thing is don't be a moron. Bet more on it. Let's go. I'm on my way to FanDuel. I'm on my way about 10 minutes, baby. We're going
Nice.
there. I'm going there to the window. I'm
There you
pounding
go.
today. I'm pounding
Awesome.
Alabama in the college baskets.
Nice. Love
Yeah.
it. But yeah, guys, good luck this weekend. Best of luck to your NFL teams. It should be a fun, interesting national championship next Monday, and we'll see you guys next week.
Just remind everybody at about 1 o'clock. Everybody from 1 to 4, just keep dialing Kurt Valente's phone number, just to get him annoyed. Good luck, Kurt. Tomorrow, I want to see the Broncos upset the Bills
Yeah,
if they can, but I want to see the Broncos keep it close and play a
for
good
sure.
game. Good coaching going on. That's going to be a great game. That's another game where I know it's the rookie quarterback, and that's another game they're putting a little too high. They had it up to 9.5. That's to protect for the teasers,
Hmm.
so they get through that threshold, the 3, the 2.5, and all that. But good luck
Definitely.
with everybody tomorrow, and go up to the window, cash that ticket, and pay to play.
There you go. Couple final comments. David saying Ravens Rams Super Bowl. That'd be an interesting matchup.
That sounds like
You
that's
got
an
a P Heater saying go Broncos. What's up, Heater? How you doing?
yeah.
And Kenny's saying, yeah, Joey's going to be signing autographs today, so try to catch an autograph from Joey Clams.
I'll be there in about a half hour. I'll be at FanDuel. Waiting for my wife to drive me over there. Yeah, go in there, bang out, get to watch the horses, have a couple of Heinekens.
There you go.
Get going. What's
Sounds good.
happening out there? What's going on? How's the weather out there where you are?
Yeah, it snowed last night, so it's a
Okay.
winter wonderland outside, but it's starting to get cold. Yep. So,
Where's Big Jim?
yeah.
Where's your
How's it
father?
how's it out
Where's
there? Is it cold still there?
Yeah, it's cold and we had a little snow, but nothing stuck last night. How's your father doing? Everybody doing good?
Yeah, everybody's good, so hopefully
Yeah,
everything's good in your family as well.
yeah,
But,
we're all
yeah,
ready to go.
happy
Yeah,
New Year, guys.
everything's good. Everything's good if we win.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
this horse doesn't do what it's supposed to do, no steaks in the freezer.
Yep, there you go. Good luck to